It's June 28th, 2020. I'm Jeff.
Who's your bear? That's right. I am your bear.
I'm Damon.
I don't brew the tea, I just serve it.
And that makes me Gary.
Don't hurt nobody with your bad self.
And welcome to Cubs Love Loud, the Bear Podcast of Determined Length, episode number 560. It's what's going on for the month of June. 2 months in a row where we've done the show during the month that it was for.
Yay.
We're proud of ourselves for that, for various reasons. I don't know. But I think we should get right into it. Okay, I just want to say that the title of my section really only deals with one event that happened this month, so I'm going to start with the other events before I get to the title.
Cool.
My schedule changed for the better. I'm now off weekends.
Woohoo!
We're 10 to 7, which isn't that great, you know. It's okay, it's fine. But I get off at 7 now, instead of 4, or the decent time of 5 or 6. You know, it's all right. It's fine. Doing kind of a new little job in my organization, so that's going to be fun. Something new. I'm all excited. Kind of being one of the 2 people that are putting the head of this, which made me super excited. Got some practice stuff to do while I'm still learning how to do the job. But hey, that's fine. It's good. That makes life interesting, right?
Of course.
So also, of course, I've been D&Ding, and last week there was a highlight in my D&D 5e life where I can basically say, I was just trying to order a damn sign. So,
Okay.
short of it was.
Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall correctly, is this about an orgy or something breaking?
No.
Oh, then I completely misread it.
So here is the highlights from last session. First off, my big hulky strongman built dragonborn, the white, if anybody needs to know, that was randomly rolled, not any specific reason. I rolled for a dick check just because I thought that would be fun to have a random dick size, and I rolled a 2, which means it's on the smaller end.
Can I? Okay. Before you continue,
Yeah.
can I ask
Yeah, sure.
why to roll for a random dick
Okay,
check?
so here,
like I'm sitting here like,
if you can choose how your character is, right?
I mean, yes.
I mean, we did roll for stats. You might as well roll for dick size, right? And part of this.
So was it 2d6? Was it a d12?
No, I just rolled the d20. So here's where the idea came from. Let me explain where the idea came from.
Okay.
So in High Rollers, in their first campaign, Lightfall, Chris Trott played a cleric, and there was at some point they were talking about dick size, and he asked if he could roll for it, and Mark said, "Sure, roll a d20." He rolled a 20. So really big dick.
So
So you were
There's no exact measurements or how big a
So
20 size dick is. But I wanted to roll it to see, am I huge? Am I median? Depending on where the number lied in that spectrum, right? And you could probably choose features or something like it's thick versus long, or it's long and thick, or depending on where you are on that scale. I mean, this is more of using the number to help your imagination. I rolled a 2.
okay.
It doesn't mean that I
I
can't top. It just means that I'm like, because it's a small dick.
So again, back to my original question: why?
Because I thought
Was it
it'd be
just
fun.
like I? Oh,
If he got
it
it,
is.
if he on a D&D stream rolled a 20, I could have rolled a 20. Instead, I rolled a 2. And you know what? I'm gonna go with it.
So you rolled a 2.
So I rolled a 2, which helped me make decisions about certain things, which weren't necessarily completely revealed in the in any of the sessions. Oh, for the session before, my intellect was devoured by an intellect devourer. So I actually went from being dumb, just normal dumb, intellect of 6 dumb, to no intellect and just like, and having to be guided around.
Okay.
They fixed it. Kind of got depressed, so one night I decided to go find some play buddies that I had, while everybody else was hanging out at our new tavern house. We got a house, by the way,
Okay.
with a tavern, the bottom floor. And so I said I went out to get laid.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm just kind of letting the story like play out because I'm very curious now. You've kind of laid this portrait down, and I'm kind of like, okay, like I now get the premise.
yeah. So, one of the former owners had died, and he really liked his tap house or his tavern, so he's been haunting the place. We had some encounters, and we were able to calm him and tell him, "Hey, we're planning on fixing it and reopening." And we decided we were going to rename it from the old Troll Skull Tavern, whatever that he called it before. And I suggested, because I'm going to be a bear barbarian, and I considering have a bear tattoo, and gay and everything. I said, maybe we should call it something like the Iron Bear, and they went with it.
Mm.
The Iron Bear is a bear bar here in Austin, Texas. So I was like, cool.
The Iron Bear.
And I Krebus is my character's name. Got all excited, and he was like, we should get an iron sign with like a bear, and then it says Iron Bear on it. And it says, oh, I'm going to go get it. So I run down, and this is like the night after I got laid and had slept into like noon. I had come downstairs in just pants. I didn't even like throw on any sort of shirt covering. Although I'm a barbarian, so I'm assuming I don't wear much
Mm-hmm.
in my on the top part. More of like some sort of harness, something to sling my javelins and such on. And my shield. And so I run off to the smithy. The smithy is owned by Fire Genasi gay male couple. Fire and Water Genasis. And so I'm there discussing the sign, getting all like super excited, and somehow I don't remember how specifically happened, which is one of the reasons why I wish I had recorded the session so I could play it back because it was great. Sexual innuendos came in, and the fire genasi like pulled his water genasi husband next to him and like trying to be like, no, hands off my man, sort of thing. Saying, and I'm like, no. I don't get in between anybody, buddy, unless I'm invited, and I'm just like starting bumbling and just making stumbling efforts. So at this point in the conversation, two of my party members decide that they're going to come, try to come over and wingman for me, and they fail. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to, no, get out of here, shoot, and so I shoot him out of the shop and to finish ordering the sign, and I was just playing like the like little child getting his like a neat thing made and just all super excited about something. It was great.
Okay. 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 I'm like,
You're processing.
I have processed. I have processed.
This big old strongman built dragonborn, getting between two Genasis. How's that for a shot? Anybody who wants to do fan art, you can pick that up. I have a picture which I think I put into somewhere along the lines. I think I put it into our Telegram chat. Was a picture I found that kind of matched what my
you can
dragonborn is.
As you're kind of drinking through, you can go to the numbers, and I thought you could view group info. You should be able to. Yep, there you go. Sorry.
By the way, anybody who ends up scrolling through all of that, you will see a lot of other stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah, no. I think I posted a link to the person's...
It's possible. There we go. So there's that.
Yeah. But it's just as like... you don't have that big old strongman, like the heavyweight class with big old bellies and just super strong and such.
I'm aware.
That's the shape of my 430-pound, 6'10" white dragonborn barbarian is. So that between two Genasis.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's been pretty much like, wow. Yeah, same old. I got a really super happy, fun time at my last D&D session. So
neat.
Damon, what's been up with you?
Sorry, still. Yeah, okay.
Are you looking for the link?
So, no. I was looking at something else. Trying to determine a tag.
Oh, okay.
So, for me, this month was is always special and bittersweet-ish for me. But the good thing was it was Gemini's 17th anniversary on the 13th. So we went out to dinner. It's the first time I think either of us have been out to a restaurant since all the COVID and everything. We went to a place downtown. I was really impressed with how well they were following all the protocols and procedures that they have put in place in reference to all the regulations that have been coming out. So kudos to them for making the experience less stressful. The dinner was amazing. The atmosphere was great. We had a great dinner. We celebrated our anniversary. That's really cool. So yay. Speaking of more good food, this week, actually today, is the last day of Greater Cincinnati Restaurant Week. I don't know. I'm sure other cities do it. They have a week where restaurants offer a 3-course menu prefix, like it's, certain things, and charge you a certain fee for it. And, it's kind of meant to be try restaurants out. If you like it, then maybe you'll return kind of aspect. We went back to the restaurant we went to for our anniversary because like I said, I was very impressed with how they were handling everything. And that made me feel good that some things were kind of still the same a couple of weeks later. We then went to a restaurant last night that was new to both of us that was a little flaky on some of the rules and some of the regulations that are going out there. In a lot of ways, it was disappointing to see. They had some things going on, like most of the staff were wearing masks. Most of the tables were kind of separated. They had dividers up to kind of keep some tables separated, but not every table was separated. And it showed that there was not a lot of thought put into where you sat people. And there were a couple of servers. One in particular was not wearing a mask at all, didn't even have one on, period. And then there was another that was, it would come up and would go up and down on occasion. For the most part, it was down. And it's just then why even bother keeping it on? So I expressed my feelings on Facebook and told the restaurant through the reservation service I went through about it because it was a concern. It was a major concern for me. And in this day and age, I want to be safe, and this is me going out to a restaurant, and I didn't feel very safe, especially with COVID. So yeah, but the food was decent. There were some issues with preparation of the food, but overall it was okay. I liked the decor. I liked the atmosphere. I just was not impressed with some of the things that they were letting lax. So there's that. Other good news is I got a call from my boss on Friday.
Ooh.
And I think it was Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And it was Thursday. And I will be going back to work July 6th.
Yay!
After almost 3 months of furlough, I'll be able to return to work beginning July 6th, which is great. There are a lot of changes in the job just because there's been, a lot of changes in the company. So it's going to be an interesting transition. I'm excited, but also a little nervous because it has been a few months, but
Might be a little rusty.
Yeah, I'll definitely be a little rusty. It's going to be interesting to see how I'm very concerned about what my email will look like. Because again, it has not been touched in 3+ months, and Yeah. So, but yeah, I am happy to be back. It'll be good to get back to work. Um, that's kind of happy days for me. Gary, how are you?
Um, so this is not a good moment. Just
Mm-hmm.
preface it that way. Uh, if you don't have a will, get one now. ASAP. Get that fucker done. Get a note
Mm-hmm.
of attorney. And even if you want to go so far as get yourself a living trust. Do everything you can to get your final affairs in order. Why am I saying that? Because I have had it with the American society. Too many people give no fucks, and they're just gonna kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Comes down to. So we've got Karens running around rampant, freaking out, screaming, throwing hissy fits about having to be told to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And their supposed God-given right to do whatever the fuck they want, and that it's not legal. Limit today with just people and their attitudes and the way they're behaving. The fact that like a previous coworker of mine is like, we better follow their being in air quotes rules, or else we're going to end up like these other counties, blah 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 blah. Because Allegheny County to the south of us passed, or didn't pass, it actually made an announcement that they are no longer serving alcohol in establishments,
Mm-hmm.
which is becoming the new norm. Go out, and this is not causation, but there is a correlation that people go out to that have alcohol and they don't wear masks,
Mm.
and they spread the virus. So, Florida's rampant, Arizona, Texas is rampant, blah, 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 blah. So, and this is not the second wave, people. This is not the second wave. Like, it would have been if we had actually flattened the curve, but we never actually flattened the curve. We just kind of reduced it. We were plateauing, and now it's all going fucking crazy. So, I feel like my duty is to tell her order, because people gonna die. It might be you, might not be you, but you have no control over that now, because other people are taking everybody else's lives into their own hands, assholes, and doing what they're gonna do. So, and I'm all fired up about it because that's all I see now on social media. People are at the store and they're not wearing masks. And I'm in there today. I had just behaving a certain way today, and that was just kind of set me off as it was. So, yeah. What is all this business? So, yeah, it's so I'm kind of got not like last week. That's fine.
No, not as bad.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of at that point. Tomorrow will probably not be. Like one of my previous coworkers put this post on Facebook, and I've had it like up to here with her, and it is about to be like officially, I'm just going to cancel your ass. Like, I'm just going to not be a friend with you on Facebook, and I'm going to unfollow you because I can't deal with your ignorance anymore. Like, you are being incredibly self-centered and ignorant as fuck, and I don't have time. And I really don't want to get into delving into your shit and putting it on public display for people. But it's crossed my mind 3 times now, girl. So be careful.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck do you care about the bars being open? Oh, because you have to go drink. Why do you have to go drink? Probably because happy marriage. The same unhappy marriage you've been in for 11 fucking years. With the 2 kids and the husband. That's all I hear about every time I see you, girl. So, that's your story.
Mm-hmm.
You're a miserable bitch now. and you take it out on other people. I don't have time for it, and that's what I think of anybody who's being these egotistical jerks who are just like not willing to take into consideration that there are people out there who can die, who have died, and people who will die. So
Preach.
there's that.
Preach. That's all I gotta say to that.
I always considered the mask thing of I'm doing it because I was asked to in order to help slow / prevent. I'm not sure about so much about the prevent part, but slow the spread of a virus that is very new and we're not ready for. So I'm like, okay, I'll put on a mask.
Yeah.
Well, there have been like laws and orders and such like that to say you have to wear a mask. I never took it that way. I took it of, here is a medical reason as to why, in order to keep everybody safe, here's why you would need to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I had a bandana that I had around for a while. So my mom made me some masks to wear. And then whenever I go out, besides like if I just run something to the trash or do laundry or something where I just like in an apartment complex and just kind of like quickly go into some place inside my apartment complex and coming back or something. Otherwise, I'm locked in. And I think I'm gonna would have an anxiety attack if I go grocery shopping, which is why I've been using Instacart this entire time.
Trust. It is, and you're in Texas, so like that's one of the states right now that is like getting higher and higher, like super fucking high. So like, yeah. Sorry, that sounds really bad.
No, I know.
As soon
I
as
was
I
like,
said it,
girl, you ain't even talking about ganja. You ain't talking about the Mary Jane. You ain't talking about the weedy weed. You ain't talking about the smoke.
yeah, we're talking about the numbers of COVID and pandemics. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
I'm
with
also
you
been
100%.
made for this.
Yeah, but like let me see. How do I want to put this? It seems so simple, yet it's become so complicated.
It's not complicated.
No. Like everyone has made it this big thing, and hearing the people talk about it, like those that don't want to wear a mask, it's mind-numbingly stupid. Like, how can you be this stupid? Like, just like point blank period. Like, how can you be this stupid? Like, tell
That's
me.
a whole series of episodes.
Yes,
We
yeah.
haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
Just so the audience
Maybe-
understands. It's
The
not
next
really a
episode-
series we're planning on starting.
Next episode of LTAS won't be let's talk about sex. It's let's talk about stupid.
I was just gonna call it WTF. Like, what the fuck?
No, we're bringing that back. We had an entire segment about that.
Well, I mean, it's just failed system. We have multiple failed systems, including the education system of our society.
Yep.
And I never thought in my lifetime I would go this direction, but I'm just going to say this for all the Karens, for all the Chadwicks, for all the ignorant fucks out there. Y'all need church. I don't know what church you need, but you need a church. You need to get your shit together, and you need to like understand that there is something more. You are not that divine. You are not that special. Your genitalia, your personality, that much better than anybody else. Because that's really how ignorant this has become about people not wanting to care about other folks. That's the part that blows.
Mm-hmm.
That these people are having a meltdown about wearing a mask for 20 minutes. And then the response thread always includes, fuck your shit. I got to wear a mask for 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever, day in and day out. I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Like, I could understand being upset about wearing a mask. It doesn't excuse them not wearing one,
Yeah.
but I can understand. But no,
Yeah. It's
I'm just going to call it as it is. I have yet to see a person of color on this diatribe. I thought about this today. I came back and I was like, why is it always white people bitching and complaining and moaning? I don't understand this.
I mean,
I have lemonade, but think of this as like tea.
Like, it occurred to me, I don't really see the non-compliance amongst people of color, and that's so multi-layered. I'm sure that
yeah.
people of color following the rules, like,
Mhm.
if you missed it, go. But it's, as we like to say around here, adjacent. So anyways, to go back to my whole point, just get your shit in order. Make sure that, like, you have your final, like, shit figured out. Someone's going to be responsible for your dead body. That's what it comes down to. And you may, even if you get something in writing about how you want your temple, your body to be handled, that may not be an option. It already happened in New York. Mass grave burial, ain't got time, pandemic, too many people dying, not enough processing.
So,
Meanwhile, the burial services industry is booming.
so FYI, there are services available online to where you can get this done. I actually have one saved to potentially get to do somewhere in the near future. So, but I will probably do it sooner rather than later.
To do what?
The will thing. What you been talking about?
Okay.
We are staying on topic here.
I'm going into mass graves, burials, and you're like, there's places you go online for. And I was like, for what? Like,
uslegalwills.com.
there's a ton of things.
Yeah, and there's a ton of services out there.
And
so.
don't misunderstand. I just got my affairs in order in the past couple months. It was the stupidity in the pandemic. Just saying. But yeah. Oh God, I'm sweating like a motherfucker in here. Yeah.
Burning with rage.
There's that. And rant. I mean, there isn't really anything else for me to talk about this month. My life is 5 days a week, public health, 19. Can't really work on anything else. I was hoping this past week, this week I would be able to get into working, like, work, but I don't know. The amount of stupidity that I see out in the public, I'm like, yep, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
And
a friend of mine just.
I'm barely one to even watch the news stuff, and I still do all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's a problem. To put it like point blank period is a problem. And it seems.
It's the extroverts.
Yeah. It seems like it would be an easy solution, but apparently, again, like, I get it, kind of. Like, people don't like being told what to do. Like, just in general. Like, people just don't like being told what to do. But...
So, what I'm hearing is... when, in fact, these bitches need to shut the fuck up and be subs.
I mean, yeah, but that's...
Okay.
That's a whole other... that's a whole another story. That's a future episode.
How do we turn that? How do we make an LTAK intrigue now? on. Sorry. Just
It's okay. So I think we should move on.
It is probably that time to pop this up again. Time for this. So at this point in time, actually, it's pretty short. So, Gary, what's been going on over in the Facebooks?
all kinds of fuckery.
No, I mean like likes and followers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll get to the likes and followers in just a second. In case y'all didn't know, big companies are abandoning ship on Facebook with their advertising dollars because they're all pissed off about how Facebook isn't doing jack shit about like things that we've been complaining about for years and years and years. About like false advertising, false posting, racism. So they're like, all right, we'll just pull our money. Bye. So that's the thing that's happening on Facebook. In terms of likes, we got a like this month. So Stephen Remsing for liking us on Facebook. We appreciate it very much. Mm-hmm. Instagram by Facebook. We got some new followers that we would like to thank. Blythe Wolf, Skeleton Crew, the series.
Yay!
Sounds familiar. Addison Barron, Queer Sacramento.
Yay!
And Alexander the
574th, which got cut out there. But that's all right.
What? Oh. So yeah. That's kind of that.
Damon, what's been over in the YouTubes?
We have a new subscriber on YouTube, Eduardo Maciel. Welcome. And then we got a couple of comments on our previous episodes. On COL558, the Let's Talk About Food, Owen responded and said, if you know how to work foreskin right, it's all good. And that's in quotes. And it says Gary 2020.
Because that was
Where's the lie?
From Gary. Now, Damon, this next one you're going to have to sing.
Nope.
Okay. Then let me do it. Because I'm willing to sing this.
Oh, boy.
So, Owen's back again for COL 559. Our Alti No Shade, which originally wasn't going to be that, but it kind of ended up being that. And it was called A Whole New Pride. Which, he says, a whole new pride, a new fantastic point of view. Pandemic stay at home, together alone, fighting for the minority. A whole new pride. Trump's followers are all poo-poo. Good cops should quit their jobs, stop being knobs. We want to be able to share this world with you.
Yay!
Thank you, Owen.
Thank you, Owen. And thank you, Jeff, for singing.
And that worked really well. There was a couple little tough parts there, but it worked well. I felt like Sam Riegel in Critical Role.
Oh my God.
Season 1. Anyways, over in the Twitters, we have Pie the Amazing, Romer1231, in Fishfuff. Not sure what that means, but that's okay. Last month, we had 4 shows, or this month, I should say. One that ended last month, actually. What's going on May 2020 at 556. 557 was Let's Talk About Gear Part 3. Started a brand new series, so Let's Talk About Food in 558. All-time faves, which was a lot of ranting, but and drooling, I think. I don't know. That's all right. And of course, last week we had the Alti No Shade of A Whole New Pride 559, where we all went on rants, and Gary's internet was fucking awful. As you probably can tell a little bit from today's show.
Right.
Apologize.
If you think my internet is shitty today,
Yeah, last week.
it was like a sewage facility plant worth of crap last week.
Yeah, it was
One
worse.
way to put it.
It's better, but not right there. Hopefully it will smooth out soon. With that, let's go right into this. Copyright claim. Anyways, Norton, I probably should have stopped that earlier, but that's okay. This first one actually has nothing to do with something very porny. It was posted by what's his character? Why can't I?
Are you
can't I
talking
think of it?
about Matt Parkman?
No, I'm talking about Greg Grunberg.
No. What's his
who-
character?
You see it in the picture if you click the link in his things. Resistance pilot, Patlina hero. He's what the Greg Grunberg. In any case, I posted this video, which is a big old bear of a guy. I don't think it's Greg Grunberg, but I could be wrong. Actually cuddling up with a bear, like an actual real, like, I don't know if it's a grizzly bear or just a brown bear or what have you. He's ginormous and it's adorable.
Also, just so you're aware, Greg Grunberg was Matt Parkman on Heroes. That's why I remember him.
Okay, I thought you were thinking of an actor, but anyways.
Well, Greg Grunberg was.
But that too.
Yeah.
But I was trying to
That's
think of
right.
his Star Wars character.
Oh,
Snap Wexley.
okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Anyways,
Yes, it's fun.
it's
I think I remember
adorable.
seeing-
But it's an adorable
It's
little
like-
video.
It's like Vexalia with Trinket, which is also
Yeah.
a critical role.
and now it kind of gives you more of like when you're trying to visualize everything, it gives you more of a picture of what it would actually be like.
Ta-da! Doll.
Aw. Damon, what do you got?
Well, I have porn, so
On a completely separate note,
so mine. I just said no words because this is a beautiful fucking man, and this is from Luis or Luca TBH on Twitter, or at Luca TBH, I should say. And he's a beautiful, beautiful man, and he is very active on his Twitter. He posts a lot of videos. He has a very beautiful penis, and a beautiful body, and he is not scared at all of showing it off.
subscription
welcome.
says he's a naturalist, exhibitionist, and not looking for sex.
He's a naturalist, so that makes sense then, because he is naked a lot.
Okay, so I'm watching Jeff go through the feed of this guy's like Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, he is naked, and there's like peen and all that. Being a naturist, he just likes being naked. To say he's not looking for sex means he's not like
What was that?
He likes showing off.
right. And I think the fact that he likes showing off, the not looking for sex, I think, is he just doesn't want to be approached by people. I think he probably enjoys sex. He's just
Yeah.
not wanting people to approach him about it. Like he'll do it himself.
Yeah. But yeah, he's beautiful. Like, he's a beautiful man, and I appreciate all of his posts. Because again, like I said, he's definitely not shy.
Very appreciable.
Mm-hmm. Gary.
Me IRL versus me animated.
Mm.
It's a thing
Oh.
that's happening online, especially in Twitter. A lot of people are posting pictures of themselves and then a picture of an animated character that they think they look like or are resembling.
Okay.
And this gentleman goes by the name Butch Bear Queen and has a beard and long locks of hair, a hairy chest. Gorgeous. He's got a little linen in his skin, and his cartoon is, and I can't remember the name of the character, from Moana, the one that the rock.
I can't remember the name all of a sudden. Why can't I remember the name? Holy fuck.
Maui.
Thank you.
Maui.
Yeah, because he was named after one. Okay, there we go.
I just searched Moana and looked at the description.
So,
yes.
I wanted to give him some recognition. If you go through his Twitter, it takes a while, but if you go back through it, you'll eventually see some other fun stuff. So,
I mean, there's a lot about him I like. I just am not a fan of the hair.
it don't matter. He can tie it up. He can put it under a hat.
I love how you're like, he can tie it up. He can put it under a hat. Like,
I ain't bothered by it. He can put it in a bun. You know, he's a frontline worker. He's a nurse. He wears scrubs. Yeah. So, shout out to Wayne.
nice. Yeah, he's a cutie. Patootie. And yeah, it probably will take a while to get to stuff if I remember him correctly.
You're going to have to go back to March 11th, Jeff.
Love how you have the date.
What? Like, I'm watching him scroll through the thing, and I paid attention to what it was like when I saw what I wanted to see. Well, there's that. And that.
And that.
Yeah, the forest pick is actually a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 15th.
Wow. Oh. He's so pretty.
It's adorable.
This is great podcasting.
I know, right? Because we're just sitting here like watching and watching. Oh, there it is.
March 11th.
On the dot.
I mean, there was other things for March 11th, but still. Anyways.
Gary had specific in mind.
In any case,
thirst trapping.
Mm-hmm.
So, quick question: who do you think best resembles you in animation?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
I do not know. No clue.
All right. I'm not gonna say who I am because I don't know who I am in an animated character. But if I was to play the game and say who I think Damon is,
Okay.
I would pick one of the muses from Hercules.
Aw.
Probably the lead one that's super sassy.
What?
Yeah, that sounds fair. I also need to. Can't remember if I've actually seen Hercules. I got Disney Plus.
There you go. You can watch it tonight or tomorrow or whenever.
Oh, Gary, do me.
Oh God. Uh-oh.
And see, I don't watch that much animated shit.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like,
Honestly, what comes to mind, which is not appropriate, is Simon from the Chipmunks.
No, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
He's the nerdy one, right?
Yeah. He was the one with the glasses and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But would you consider the three of us the chipmunks?
Pretty sure he's a freakadeek in bed, but no one ever talks about that.
No. It has been talked about on Robot Chicken, and you don't want to see those episodes.
Or maybe
Just
we
saying.
do.
No.
And who?
Anywho.
This is too easy and probably inaccurate. I would go Steven Universe. And it's a toss-up because I know I could really be Pearl.
Yeah.
I think I'm more Ruby, or I desire to be more Ruby than Pearl.
Yeah.
You're more Pearl, but you want to be Ruby.
Yeah. Oh,
And I haven't seen the whole series. I'm missing like probably.
I haven't seen any of Steven Universe, to be honest.
Go watch it.
Okay.
Swear to God. Okay, let me rephrase.
I'm currently in the middle of my rewatch of Critical Role Season 1, followed by Season 2.
It takes a while to get into it. So if you are watching Steven Universe, it takes a while to kind of get
I'm used to that
into
sort of thing. Yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
But eventually, like, everything kind of starts coming together and it becomes this very just like intricate, fun, very queer positive show, like just in general.
The hard to get into sounds like a lot of the Super Sentai series.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah. Exactly.
like Tokyuger took me a bit to get into, but then I really like it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's actually kind of like that. You get this very slow build up of things, and then boom, everything kind of comes together, and you're like, holy shit. Like, so, and it kind of keeps going from there. And they've built on it and built on it and built on it. And it is a very unique, like, the given the name like universe is very like appropriate because it just becomes this very broader, bigger like universe of things. And they did end it recently. So they did the Steven Universe Future, which was kind of the epilogue after the movie, and it kind of puts it all together in a really neat bow. So. Well, not really neat bow. That doesn't sound right. But
it's a Cartoon
does
Network
come
show,
together.
right?
Yes, it is on Cartoon Network.
Okay, so I might be able to get access to it from my YouTube TV sub. Maybe.
There you go.
We'll see.
So that is your next, after you're done with Critical Role,
Which will
try
be a
Steven-
while.
or you can do it at the same time. I don't know, if you can. Yeah. But yeah, I highly of the modern cartoon shows that are out there, this one is one of the greats. This is one that I think people will be talking about for years to come. So there you go.
Anyways.
And Chuck, yes, you too should watch Steven Universe. I see you in the live chat.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
The Steven Universe gig. The West Coast was like happening in social media. And then I watched the first couple, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this is kind of fun. It's different. But then later, when we start like dealing with sexuality, it gets interesting.
Mm-hmm. It becomes a very, very interesting like series just overall.
And I will say this as well. Consider the new She-Ra series on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. It is very women positive. Yeah, like I just really like how it was handled and how things were done with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like She-Ra's another one of those series that I'm happy that they created and how they portrayed the characters in ways that make them realistic, if that makes sense. Like especially in She-Ra, like real emotions and real feelings that are expressed and shown and dealt with. It's very just interesting to me. So, and that's one of the reasons why I like Steven Universe does that and She-Ra does that, and it's very interesting in that way because like kids don't need to be. I don't feel kids need to be held back from seeing the emotions they may be feeling portrayed on television. But again, that's kind of going into a whole other topic, which, yeah. Anyway.
Come on, let's be fair. We come from a generation with He-Man and Skeletor and what? Elektra, She-Ra, like
yeah,
muscle-bound, cartoon characters run around in just panties practically. So, come on.
True. I mean, it's something to be said. There's something to be said about it. And when I guess I'll put it like this. One of the things I've enjoyed the most about some of the cartoons that have come out recently is they're not just about selling a toy to kids.
Yeah, it's no longer that.
Yes, a lot of the cartoons now are very just like, somewhat educational, somewhat life experience, somewhat, hopefully to God entertaining, and
don't get me wrong. Yeah. I love some of those basically half hour with the PSA at the end, toy commercials.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite series in all the world was Mask, which the only reason for its existence was to sell the Mask toys. I liked the toys too back in the day, but I did like the series. I kind of would love to see a reboot of that too, just because of the transforming vehicles thing was a thing that I got. But I was also a huge fan of Transformers.
Yeah.
Which again was a toy selling commercial.
Yeah, yeah.
But that actually had a little bit more story to it.
Yeah. Hell, I was just looking at
made you cry
Care Bears earlier today. So yeah. Shall we continue?
Yeah, going on to the links. We'll start off with mine. So you remember an all-time phase when I mentioned that I used Munster in my grilled cheese sandwiches? Which, by the way, I didn't order the ingredients to make grilled cheese sandwiches in this last order. I'm actually gonna want to make casseroles cake. Also, make some taco soup. The only thing is I couldn't order some chili beans, so I'm getting baked beans, and we'll see how that turns out. And well, this one is a episode of their Bon Appetit's Test Kitchen Talks episodes from there while they're doing it at the house, and they had them do their favorite grilled cheese sandwiches. And like,
I watched this one.
uh-huh.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
By the internal controversy amongst the BA staff about
The what?
the straight on versus the diagonal cut of your grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, the cut of the cut. Triangles or squares?
Well,
Rectangles.
technically rectangles, but yeah.
And they
I was
also use
amused
different
by
bricks,
that.
so.
I mean, I've been years on her gourmet makes series.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, are you a rectangle or a triangle?
honestly, I'm kind of verse. It depends on my mood.
Versatile sandwiches.
Yeah, no, like seriously, like sometimes I cut it in half. Other times I cut it on the bias. I cut it diagonal. Or like 4 squares. Yeah. And I've also been known to not cut it at all and just...
Oh, yeah. I've done that frequently with grilled cheese sandwiches. Except when I include tomato or / taco soup. Sometimes I just straight up, I cut those because it's easier to dunk and eat that way versus doing a whole sandwich. Although...
Yeah, what I have not done...
Triangles might be a little bit easier for soup dipping.
Dipping, yes. What I have not done, because this is too white people, like ridiculous for my taste, is turn soup.
Turn what?
Turn a grilled cheese sandwich into croutons.
Oh.
I don't think that's the right word. It's too ignorant upper. I can't with that. Now I gotta look up the word bougie. I don't even know what the definition is.
That's all right. It's fine. But one of the things that was mentioned a couple times in there was a couple of them used the cheese, saying it was a great melting cheese. Munster.
Yes.
I do not disagree. I think Munster is an excellent cheese. I personally as a cheese for a lot of things. I'm not necessarily using the definition wrong. Urban Dictionary says bougie says people pretending or thinking they are high.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's bougie.
As in bourgeoisie, is short for.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because it melts well, it is also often used in dishes such as grilled cheese sandwiches, tuna melts, quesadillas, cheeseburgers, macaroni and cheese, and pizza.
If my mic wasn't on a stand, I'd drop it.
This is from the Wikipedia for Munster cheese, by the way.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Maybe we should stop eating or talking about cheese. Gary, what about you?
If you can, if you're not interrupted.
Normally in the month of June, I tend to watch LGBTQIA focused media, like films or television series.
I did that once.
And I decided instead, because of what's going on this month, I decided to get some edumacation, some learning to bring myself up and I watched 2 movies, well, 1 movie and 1 documentary based on real life Black women that I've been aware of and wanted to watch for years. And Hulu this past weekend had HBO materials for free. Don't know what the whole story was there. So I watched The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, the movie made in 2017 with Oprah Winfrey in it.
Mm-hmm.
She's also like an executive producer on it. Honestly, I like Oprah's acting. I know that some people really don't care for it, but it's about the book. In our links, I have the movie linked, and then I have the Wikipedia. The book has the exact same name. For those of you that don't know who Henrietta Lacks was, she was a black woman who that Johns Hopkins University had taken from her body, and it is known as the HeLa cells that never die. Around the world for a gazillion different things, from HIV. It's a very interesting story. Her family, it's very sordid. They weren't really made aware of how like those cells were going to be used. They got no like financial compensation. Still to this day, not that they're supposed to. It brings a lot of ethics into question about how we have possession of our bodies, but do we really? It was a great book written by a journalist, Rebecca Skloot, and then made it into a movie that was portrayed. It's really fascinating. I suggest like you watch it.
Cool.
And then, which this is a little more on the nose for it being Pride Month, Whoopi Goldberg Presents Mom's Mabley is a documentary that was made a number of years ago. I can't quite remember what the year was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It first aired on HBO in 2013. Wow, 7 years ago. And I knew about it, and I've always wanted to watch it. It's really interesting. So Mom's Mabley, there's also going to be a link to not only the IMDb, but the Wikipedia. She is considered the mother of black comedy. She was born in 1894, passed away in 1975 at the age of 81. She was the first black female comedian in media. Her name was Loretta Mary Aiken, but she went by Mom's Mabley. It's a fascinating thing. Whoopi Goldberg started her that you can still watch. That was an HBO production. She did story Mabley's character and acting. She didn't want to be Moms, but she didn't want to do Moms, but she wanted to like. It's really interesting. So that was my task this month. Like I wanted to get some education in regards to things that I've had an interest in. So there's that. So those are my recommendations. You can check them out. They might be available through Amazon or HBO, something.
Just go
Hulu,
to Just Watch.
YouTube. Yeah.
Well, all Steven Universe is also on HBO Max.
Cool.
So, which might also have some of this content as well.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at that, but when I was searching for that, so HBO Max, possibly a good little subscription you could have temporarily if you wanted to. And Game of Thrones and a whole bunch of other things. They also have all the Warner Brothers stuff in there. So with that, I think that's the end. No. Thank you for sticking with us during Gary's rough conversation, but we're glad we could entertain you for another month more. Thank you to all of our patrons. There are plenty of ways to contact us. You can go to our website, cubsoutloud.com, shoot us an email at cubsoutloud@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, sexy or otherwise, at 361-COL-TALK. That's 361-265-8255. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube at Cubs Out Loud in the appropriate place of the URL. You can join our Entourage chat, where I just recently put up a link to a DeviantArt picture which showed my dragonborn. You can join that by going to tinyurl.com/telegram-col. You can find out when we're planning to record these shows at tinyurl.com/calendar-col. You can get various Zazzle merchandise for the show over at zazzle.com/cubsoutloud. Some of the things such as the now that we're sticking here's your cookie shirt that Damon is wearing. And I got a V3 sleeveless because you can actually select the type of shirt that you would like to put it on, as well as various colorings. All through the one website and one link. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/cubsoutloud. And if you would like to just send us a donation, you can go to paypal.me/cubsoutloud. Do it directly. You can rate us on Apple Podcasts, subscribe to us on Google Play Podcasts, and Spotify. You can find me anywhere on the internet. It says Box Set, Box Puppy, Box Cup, Box something or other.
If you wish to get in touch with me, you can find me as TheaterCup79 on most bear-related sites, or as pup_umbra on Twitter.
Gary?
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
I'm not lost. I'm right here.
Okay.
Okay.
You can pretty much find me anywhere online as GareBear73.
And with that, we will say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all.